Let's make some juicy, saucy orange pork chops. This recipe is the perfect balance of sweet and salty. Let's start by prepping all the veggies. First, you're gonna need a bell pepper, and I'm just slicing this into strips. You also need half of an onion, and I'm just slicing it into half rings. So first cut the onion in half and then cut along the grain, separating the rings like this. For the orange sauce, we're going all natural with some fresh oranges. These were labeled as juicing oranges at my local supermarket, so I guess that means that they just have a lot more juice to them. I don't have a juicer, so I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way, squeezing all of the juice out and putting my hand there to keep the seeds from falling into the juice. We got about half a cup of orange juice, and the secret to making this into a thick sauce is a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. You're just gonna whisk it into the juice. Over high heat, start melting around 2 tablespoons of butter, and while that's heating up, I'm going to start seasoning these pork chops. So these were on sale. They're relatively thin, but use what you like and what you find. I'm just seasoning this with salt, pepper, and smoked paprika on both sides. I'm keeping it simple since I really want the orange flavor to shine here. Now that the butter is melted and the pan is nice and hot, I'm going to add the pork chops and cook for about 2 minutes per side, still on high heat, just to get each side nice and golden. Then we're going to take it out of the pan and put it aside in a plate, but don't worry, we're not done cooking these yet. I just want to get a head start on the veggies, and later we're going to add these pork chops back in. To the same pan, still on medium-high heat, now you can add the onion and chopped bell pepper, season with a little bit of salt, and saute for around 3 minutes before adding minced garlic and the orange juice mixed in with the flour. Just give that a nice little stir, and now we're going to add the pork chops back in. Make sure that they all touch the juice and cover cooking for about 5 minutes, reducing the heat to medium. The cooking time here will vary. As I mentioned, these are very thin pork chops, but if you're using thicker ones, you probably want to cook it for a bit longer. Serve with some creamy mashed potatoes, or even with some beautiful mushroom risotto like I did here. Is a nice close-up of how tender and juicy the pork chops turned out with the delicious orange sauce. Buen provecho! I hope that you enjoyed this simple but mighty recipe, and let me know in the comments section if you're going to be trying it yourself or if you would make any modifications to it. I would really love to hear it. Thanks so much, and until the next time!